Welcome back to Primetime News and a special welcome to viewers on onespotmedia.com. We begin this evening with the latest from the RJ commissioned Don Anderson Public Opinion Poll, and it has found that more Jamaicans are in support of a recommendation to tie Jamaican transition to a republic with the adoption of the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, as the nation's final appellate court, as opposed to pursuing both separately. Now, our reporter Dwayne Anderson now joins us live to give us a breakdown of the numbers. Dwayne?
Thank you, Kalisha. So as you know, this year is an election year. So these polls looking at hot button topics are always more anticipated at this time. And as you mentioned, Kalisha, the poll first up this evening is on the matter of the CCJ. Now, you and many of our voters will note the discourse around the CCJ has become a very contentious matter and has reached breaking point this year for the two main political parties. Now, the PNP, the opposition, has in fact refused to participate any further in the Joint Select Committee meetings examining constitutional reform until the government states whether the decision for Jamaica to become a republic will be twinned with moving away from the Privy Council and make the CCJ Jamaica's final appellate court. So the latest RJ commissioned Don Anderson poll put the question to the public. Now let's take that question. The question was framed like this. Some persons say Jamaica should become a republic first and later adopt the CCJ, while others think both should happen at the same time. Which of the two positions is closer to your view? Here are the responses. This is what the numbers are saying. More Jamaicans support a recommendation to marry Jamaica's move to become a republic with the adoption of the CCJ as the nation's final appellate court, as opposed to pursuing both separately. The poll results revealed that 25% of respondents favored both actions being taken together, while 16% they prefer making Jamaica a republic first, then doing the rest of the work afterwards. Now, interestingly, a significant 46% of respondents admitted to not being sure or not having an opinion, while 13% said there was no difference or they simply did not care. So that's a total of 59% who do not have a clear position one way or the other. Now, the poll, as you will know, it was undertaken from January 29 to February 13 and involved just over 1,200 Jamaicans aged 18 and over. And they're all registered to vote across the 14 parishes in Jamaica. And it has a margin of error of plus 3 percentage points.
So, Dwayne, party lines have been drawn by the politicians on this issue. So did the respondents give any indication of their political leanings and if those impacted their view on this matter?
Right, Kalisha. So the poll found that the views on the issue were not affected by political party leaning. In fact, in both situations, JLP and PNP supporters were more in favor of tying the republic status with the CCJ adoption instead of doing one then the other. And another thing to note, Kalisha, in 2012, in our first poll on this particular issue, more than half of the voters said Jamaica should abandon the monarchy. That number was as high as 57% when we again revisited the matter in 2020. Important to note also here that this was before the issue was tied to the separation from the Privy Council. So the figures here make quite an interesting read. And as you know, Kalisha, we will explore a lot more of these topical matters over the coming days in the RJ commissioned Don Anderson poll. So quite a lot for the public to digest in the coming days.
Indeed, indeed. Thanks so much, Dwayne.